Evening and welcome to the channel, and today I'm going to go through my 3-month review of owning the Canyon Endurace CF8. I've had it 3 months and I thought I'm going to go through a few things I get asked quite a lot, and if you are thinking about buying one of these bikes, just stay tuned for these 8 minutes of this video. Don't skip anything, because anything might help you decide if to buy this bike or not. So stay tuned. I'm going to go through some important things what I've discovered over the 3 months of owning it, and hopefully it can help out any of you who want to buy one. So let's go through it. So just before I go through some of the information that I've got over the last 3 months, I just want to firstly go through what I got on the bike again, just so if you're the first time you've clicked on this video and you're thinking about buying one of these bikes, what you actually get on the bike. So the bike comes with Ultegra Di2, and I got a 52/36 crankset and 11/34 on the back. You get the cockpit, which is all-in-one cockpit. You do see the wires at the bottom. It's not like the CFX model, but to be fair, when you're on cycling it, you can't see them 2 wires sticking out of it anyways. And basically, yeah, you get the crankset and then you get the DT Swiss wheels, which I found absolute fantastic. The tape is already in the wheels, so all you have to do is put the valves on, the tubeless valves on, and put the tubeless sealant in the tyre, and then it's just tubeless. It does come with inner tubes, but I took them out and I went tubeless straight away. And yeah, it's about 7.49 kilograms in weight. The carbon frame is absolute beautiful. It really. One of the questions I do get asked a lot is, are there marks? It looks like tape has been on and someone's took the tape off and it's left like the tape mark on it. Yes, that's sort of like the carbon, sort of like stealth sort of feel of it. You do get that. I do like it. It looks natural. You can see a bit of the carbon through it, through the paint work. So yeah, the stealth look is a beautiful. If you are looking like you want a proper paint, maybe go for a different colour, but I actually love that you can see the carbon through it and the blemishes and that through the paint. You also get the Physic seat, which is absolutely one of the most comfortable seats I've ever sat on a bike. And basically, yeah, you get the Canyon 2-prong fork seat post, which is the most comfortablest, brilliantest idea I've ever known. Instead of having suspension, that just every single bump you go over, it just does the absolute perfect job. Right, so let's get on to some of the things I've discovered over the last 3 months, and let's get on to that. So one of the big things I get asked a lot is the sizing. As you probably know, if you looked into Canyon bikes, the sizing are usually quite bigger than other brands, and it's sometimes because you can't go in a shop and try out the bike, people do get a bit worried about what size to get. Now, like I've said on my other review videos, I went for a medium, and even though Canyon said I'd probably be better getting a small, going through their size guides, and I'd highly recommend going from their size guide because it usually is correct. But I'm going to explain why I went for medium, because I do get a lot of messages moaning at me saying, oh, why should I listen to you on sizing? Your bike's too big for you. But the reason I went for medium is I like the way my body is. I've got short legs and long arms, and I like my seat to be at the lowest it can be. And I knew a medium by measuring my old bike frame and knowing that the seat will be at its lowest setting on a medium, and obviously the length of my arms from the reach, that the medium would be ideal size for me, and it is perfect. Even though I've got the seat at the lowest setting it can go, I like it so it's low down. So basically that's the reason I went for medium. But I do recommend, if you can, if you have an old bike and you know it's perfect to your body size, measure the frame and then go onto the size guiding on Canyon and go off that. But if you do go off the quick guide on Canyon and it gives you a figure of small, medium or larger, whichever, it's usually absolute bang on if you're happy having your seat quite high and you want to be on like a ride where you're lower down to the handlebars. But for me, medium is perfect for me. I can't adjust the seat any lower than what it is, but like I said, I probably would have been ideal on a small if I wanted to do that, but like I said, it's perfect for me. Right, so next one, let's go on about the customer service of Canyon, because that's another issue. Like you said, you can't go in bike shops, try the bikes on, you have to buy them online, and people are asking me, oh, I don't know if I want to buy a £3,695 bike, which that's what this cost. And obviously not knowing what the bike's like and what it looks like and what the customer service after you've bought it's like from Canyon. But after 3 months, I've had to contact Canyon maybe 3 or 4 times. At one time, I didn't get the little rubber caps what go on the where you adjust the seat, and I contacted them and I said I haven't got any rubber covers. Going off the forums, there's meant to be a rubber cover it, and they said no problem, I'll send you it out. And it was just like literally quick as that. A couple of days later, they sent me 2 or 3 packs of them, so I've got plenty spares as well. And yeah, it was such good customer service. Basically, you go on their website and there's a little chat. You go on that and you literally, it's not like waiting for 40 minutes like if you try to sort your internet out. It's literally seconds and someone's actually speaking to you, and any problems you've got, they go through it to you. Like basically, there's a couple of other things where I wanted to know about. I also contacted them asking them about the accessories I got with it. I got like the little multi-tool, and I wanted to know how it worked and how you put the plugs in and stuff. And the guy on the chat went through it all with me, talked me through it, and I thought, wow, that's really good to know. And yeah, I just found them, they've got so much knowledge on the chat as well, and any problems you've got, they just go through it with you. Yeah, so the Canyon customer service is absolutely brilliant. I mean, I had an issue as well where the back brake needed bleeding, and basically I contacted them through the chat, and basically they said, yeah, no worries, take it to your local bike shop, tell them it's for Canyon, we'll sort it out. They'll contact us and we'll pay to whatever it costs for you to get it bled. And I took it to my local bike shop, and then they did it for me, and they sorted it through Canyon, and it was literally as easy as that. I mean, I didn't have to do anything, and then yeah, the brake's working fantastic. It just needed bleeding. So yeah, so they are a brilliant customer service, and I do highly recommend not worrying about that you are buying it from online and there isn't a shop to go to, because you can still go to your local bike shops and they can still go through Canyon to sort any problems you've got out. Plus you've got that 30 days peace of mind where if you're not happy with it, you can send it back to them. No issues, you know what I mean? But yeah, I've had no problems with the bike. The bikes are gorgeous and they are value for money. So I've been up the Lakes District quite a few times on this bike now, so it has had a bit of rough and wear. I've been on some really bad roads and even been on some semi-gravel roads as well, and I actually thought the tyres what come with this bike, I thought they would absolutely be destroyed by now, and I'd have to put a set of gravel tyres on. The plan was to put 735 gravel tyres on more or less as soon as I got the bike, but when I got the bike I thought, no, I'll give these tyres a bit of a go first. And basically they've absolutely stood up. I mean, my last ride I had to go on a bit of a gravel trail up near Keswick in the Lake District, and basically these tyres, I thought, oh my god, these tyres are going to be destroyed on this road, but they absolutely did a brilliant job. They felt comfortable. I had no issues with puncturing or any sealant leaks or anything. They did the job, and I'm actually thinking about keeping these tyres, and even when these are gone out, just getting the exact same tyres, because they're absolute brilliant. You know, I'm really impressed. The puncture quality on them and the you know, the protection on them is absolutely second to none. It really is. They're obviously Schwalbe S1s. They come with a bike, so yeah. So like I said, I've been up a few rides and a few big climbs up in the Lake District. I've been up Rhinos Pass and Honister Pass on this bike, and for climbing, it's absolute brilliant. It's so light to ride. It feels so stiff in your hand when you're riding it, and it's absolute brilliant to ride. And I never thought I'd be able to climb up on a normal bike, up climbs like that, up 25% climbs. But this really does a brilliant job for you. It really does. And descending, people used to say to me when I was on about getting a carbon bike, saying, "Oh, you don't want to be riding a carbon bike on descents. They feel so light and they feel like they go everywhere, and you can't control them very well." That's what I was told. But this, when I'm descending, feels so stiff, so easy to control. You can zip around corners. You don't have to brake as much. I mean, I find it absolute brilliant for descending. So even though I was worried at the start about carbon being really bad for descending, this is absolutely brilliant. Now, I'm not saying this is the only carbon bike is brilliant, because I've never rode any other carbon bikes, but what I'm saying is I was told carbon bikes are not very good because of the lightness of them, and you can't feel the control and the stiffness of them. Well, this is totally opposite. This is absolutely brilliant. The stiffness of it, going around corners on it at speed, it does feel absolutely brilliant. And yeah, I do highly recommend it a lot. Anyways, this is just a few things I've discovered over the last 3 months. If you've got any questions or anything you want to know, and I probably haven't put everything in this video because I want you to like comment underneath. If you've got anything you want to know, if you are thinking about buying one of these bikes, please put it in the comments. I want to try and help as many people out as I can. And obviously to subscribe, because this bike goes all the way up the Lake District and see some absolute stunning things. At the end of this video, my last video, I took it up some of the best trails in Britain on it in the Lake District, and the scenery is absolute stunning. Please check that video out. I'll put it at the end of here. And yeah, like I said, subscribe. I've got loads of videos coming on put on this bike, and if you are thinking about buying one, highly recommend it. And yeah, hope it helps what I've said, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.